The honourable member for Don Valley East.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'll be sharing my time with the member from Laurentide Labelle. Madam Speaker, it is with pride that I rise today to speak in favor of Bill C-30, an act to implement the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement between Canada and the European Union, or CETA. Madam Speaker, I will frame my remarks by reminding the members of this House that our government has chosen an ambitious agenda to strengthen the middle class and those trying to join in. Job creation for Canadians depends on our domestic as well as our foreign trade policies. Our government promised to review the trade agreements which were in process when we took office 1 year ago. We reviewed the provisions of CETA, and through the extremely hard work of our Prime Minister and our very capable Minister of International Trade, we were able to get it done. Based on recent statistics, almost 1.7 million highly skilled Canadians are employed full-time in Canada's manufacturing sector. By eliminating all tariffs on manufactured goods and creating a mechanism to address non-tariff barriers to trade, this agreement will unlock opportunities for Canadian businesses and advance our government's commitment to grow our economy and strengthen the middle class. Madam Speaker, Bill C-30 will cover a wide breadth of economic sectors and issues. Under CETA, certain skilled professionals will find it easier to work temporarily in the EU. This aspect of CETA is welcome in my riding of Don Valley East, which is home to skilled professionals from across the globe. Working in the EU for these skilled professionals will not only boost their skill sets, but will provide cultural opportunities that they may have never considered before. We live in a world which is increasingly interconnected and where the free movement of people and goods, services and ideas is happening at a rapid speed. Progress and availability of opportunities for Canadians cannot increase unless we look beyond our borders. In 2014, Canada was the 12th largest trading partner of the EU 28. The EU is Canada's second largest partner after the United States. From 2013 to 15, Canada exported an annual average of almost $33 billion worth of manufactured goods to the EU. On average, these exports currently face tariffs of between 4% to 22%. Under CETA, 99% of Canadian manufactured goods will enter the EU market tariff-free. Within 7 years, 100% of Canadian manufactured goods, including autos, will benefit from the duty-free access. Canada stands to gain even more by way of investment, opening new markets for our goods and services, and creating more stable jobs for our workforce. Workers in Canada's multi-billion-dollar chemical and plastic industry will also benefit directly from CETA. Canadians are world leaders in research, innovation, and production in advanced manufacturing subsector. For example, scientific instruments, construction equipment, and aerospace products, to name a few. These goods, including robotics, are in high demand. In this area, Canada exports to EU a total of $9.2 billion. And the current tariffs are as high as 22%. Under CETA, these tariffs will be eliminated. In the field of agriculture, we will be well positioned to reap benefits to the new markets. This is a win-win for our agro-industry across Canada. CETA will not only open new markets for Canadian businesses and employees, CETA is also the first trade agreement which has a stand-alone chapter on regulatory cooperation. This very important provision will promote good regulatory practices and level the playing field. Our government is committed to creating opportunities for our businesses and our citizens. We want to expand the horizon, think outside the box, and ensure that Canadians are not disadvantaged through non-action. It is with this in mind that CETA also contains provisions under which dispute settlement will be more open, transparent, and institutionalized. Our government will always protect the interest of Canadians and Canadian businesses. My writing contains some of the most innovative and forward-looking technological small and medium-sized companies. Under CETA, companies such as Neuronic Works, Thales, Pearson Printing, Jensen, etc., will have access to European markets on a fair and even basis. Europeans and Canadians will benefit from a shared knowledge base and mutual higher standards of living. In this area of safety and environmental protection, CETA builds on previous trade agreements which have explicitly safeguarded health, safety, and environmental protection. These protections are critical for our government, and we will not abandon our principles. Under CETA, any EU producer interested in exporting goods to Canada will have to abide fully of the Canadian regulations on environmental protection. Canadian culture will continue to thrive as it will have new markets under CETA. I have spoken to many arts and cultural organizations who see this trade deal as an opportunity to expand into the global markets. Madam Speaker, CETA is a progressive way forward for Canada and the EU. This trade agreement will set a precedent for the way international agreements are negotiated and agreed upon. We are a country rich in technology and innovation. We know how to operate businesses, whether in the pharmaceutical or manufacturing or a family farm. Canadians have always been forward-looking. In this increasingly connected world, we cannot afford to be insular. This trade agreement will provide opportunities to all Canadians and ensure real protection of our environment, our Indigenous people, and our diversity of cultures. Madam Speaker, I hope all members of the House will support our collective effort in making Canada a highly competitive global player and a player that wishes to see Canadians benefit from growth and opportunities. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Questions and comments, questions et commentaires.